see your kindness as a weakness, and they'll exploit it for their own gain. They'll ask for favors, borrow money, and expect you to drop everything to help them. And because you're kind, you'll say yes, even when it's inconvenient or detrimental to your own well-being. You'll find yourself stretched thin, exhausted, and resentful, all because you couldn't say no. I've seen it happen time and time again. People who are too kind end up being taken for granted. They're the ones who are always there for others, but when they need help themselves, no one is around.
You know what nobody talks about when it comes to building a content creator business? That if you're not using a tool like Honeybook to stay organized,
they give and give until they have nothing left to give, and then they're left alone and empty. But it's not just about being taken advantage of. When you're too kind, you also miss out on opportunities to stand up for yourself and assert your own needs. You're so busy putting others first that you forget about your own dreams and goals. You sacrifice your own happiness for the sake of others, and in the end, you're left with nothing but regrets. Second, kindness can make you a pushover. When you're always putting others' needs before your own, you send a message that your own needs don't matter. People will start to expect you to agree with them, to go along with their plans, and to never rock the boat. They'll see you as someone who can be easily manipulated and controlled. And when you do try to assert yourself, people will be shocked and offended. They'll accuse you of being selfish or unkind because they've come to expect you to always put their needs first. They'll guilt trip you into submission, and you'll find yourself right back where you started, a doormat for others to walk all over. I know it's hard to break out of this pattern. It feels good to be liked and appreciated, and it's tempting to keep doing what others expect of you. But in the long run, it's not sustainable. You'll end up feeling resentful, unfulfilled, and even angry. You'll start to question why you're always the one making sacrifices, and you'll wonder what your life would be like if you put yourself first for once. Third, kindness can hold you back from success. In today's cutthroat world, nice guys often finish last. To get ahead, you need to be assertive, competitive, and sometimes even ruthless. You need to be willing to take risks, to make tough decisions, and to put your own interests first. But when you're too kind, you're often hesitant to do these things. You don't want to step on anyone's toes or hurt anyone's feelings. You don't want to be seen as aggressive or selfish. So you hold back, you play it safe, and you miss out on opportunities to advance your career or achieve your goals. I've seen so many talented, hardworking people get passed over for promotions or big breaks because they were too nice. They didn't want to rock the boat or ruffle any feathers, so they stayed quiet and let others take the credit. They didn't want to be seen as cutthroat or competitive, so they didn't go after what they really wanted. But here's the thing, success isn't handed out based on who's the nicest. It's earned through hard work, determination, and a willingness to take risks. If you're always putting others first and sacrificing your own ambitions, you'll never reach your full potential. You'll always be held back by your own kindness. Fourth, and perhaps most importantly, kindness can prevent you from being honest and authentic. When you're too focused on being kind and not hurting anyone's feelings, you start to censor yourself. You hold back your true thoughts and opinions, and you present a watered-down version of yourself to the world. But here's the thing, people can sense when you're not being genuine. They can tell when you're holding back or sugarcoating the truth. And over time, they start to lose trust in you. They start to wonder what you really think and feel, and they question whether they can rely on you to be honest with them. Moreover, when you're constantly suppressing your true self in the name of kindness, you start to lose touch with who you really are. You become disconnected from your own thoughts, feelings, and desires. You start to feel like a fraud, like you're living someone else's life instead of your own. And that's no way to live. It's exhausting, unfulfilling, and ultimately unsustainable. You can't be truly happy or successful if you're not being true to yourself. You can't build deep, meaningful relationships if you're not being honest and authentic. So what's the solution? How can you avoid?
Stop trying to sell your courses or coaching programs at the end of Let me see you, pleasant. Good afternoon. 106.9 Positive Radio. Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon, Facebook. No, no, no. I'm not on Facebook, right? I am right here on YouTube only. Good afternoon and welcome, 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 everyone. Thank you for joining on the website and on YouTube and also right here on Positive Radio, www.positiveradio.com. Good afternoon to you, Natalie Me Young. My day one is always here early. And so I thank God for you, Natalie. Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon. I started out with the with Dr. Miles Monroe. You know, he's one of my favorite guy. And so and so I started out with him, and you're into Let's Talk. Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon, everyone. For those of you who are locked on YouTube, not YouTube, go ahead and share the broadcast, tag it, send it to someone, because I was told that I will not be on Facebook for a month. So I will not have the privilege of going live on Facebook for until October something, guys. So I'm blocked from you Facebook. First time in my life I am blocked. I think I have arrived. I really and truly think that I have arrived. I have indeed arrived to be blocked off Facebook, and I all I do is positivity, so I want to thank each and every one of you. Thank you and welcome the person on the Bronx that just log on to the website. I will be greeting you like that, right? So as soon as I see you logged on the website, I let you know that I am seeing you. Natalie Me Young, how are you, darling? How are you? Welcome. Let me do my greetings. Let me open up the broadcast by greeting every one of you. Well, in the mighty name of Jesus, it's Let's Talk. Rosie is coming, but she is running behind the scene. That's much better. Rosie is running a little bit late, and I do have a guest that will pop in a little bit. And so we're going to be talking about what's the night topic. Let me see what is running down there. You We'll get into the topic a little later. So let me greet 106.9. Welcome to the Let's Talk broadcast. My name is Donna Moore Stewart, otherwise called Aunty Donna with the corn color, and I greet every single one of you well. My ambassador is in the house. Ambassador is in the house, and I know she only have a few minutes, and so I'm going to get her in real early. Let me change my screen and get her on real early, because what we're going to be talking about is the movie The Help, and for those of you who have ever watched that famous movie, we're going to be talking in that language tonight. But since my ambassador is here, I'm going to get her on in the broadcast right away, so that we can have the conversation. Will you be using your camera or just your microphone?
Just the microphone, if you could hear me.
Yeah, that's fine. I can hear you well. I can hear you well. Do you have a device on your phone? You have to turn that on.
If I have a device on my phone,
Here, I'm getting a little feedback.
hmm,
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to. I'm hearing a feedback, Rhonda. Do you have? Each time I speak, I'm hearing a feedback.
I do.
Yeah. Are you using your phone? Hello. All right. She logged out and logged back in. All right. So tonight we're talking about it's Let's Talk, and we're here to tonight's conversation is to help others. And that's what we're going to be doing. Through conversation, we will help each other overcome the daily challenges that we face, whether personally or on the job. We are a church community. And so here she comes again. All right. So let's try this one more time. Good afternoon, and welcome.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Rhonda. How are you?
I am blessed.
Awesome. So I know you don't have much time, and Rosa B is running behind as well. So the topic we are talking about how much minutes do you have?
Um, I have to be off by 8:30.
Okay, great. So let me stay where you at. Let me set tonight's broadcast. Let persons know that we will be talking. Let me let persons know. So hold on a second. Let me play this.
Oh,
Yeah, listen to me. I had to learn to choose myself because there are people in moments that if you keep trying to drag them up to higher altitudes where they can't breathe, they will die. Some people have only been equipped in their life with their life lessons of what they've learned to go to a certain level. That's it. And I have been guilty so many times of trying to pull some. You can do it. Come on up. And it's usually the very people that you invest the most in, that you try and help the most, will be the same ones who turn around and try to destroy you because they feel like the jealousy or you went to a place way further than they ever thought you should go. So what I've learned in this is I have gotten to a place in my life at 54 years old where I look at people and go, okay, tell me who you are, and I'm going to believe you. Show me. I'm going to believe you. I'm not going to argue with you. I can't pull you up here if you don't know how to handle this altitude. So stay where you are. You're not a bad person. You're not wrong, but you don't know how to live up here. You don't know how to live at this level. So God bless you. Stay there, and I'll do what I can for you on that level. But don't try to come up here and kill me because you are not able to handle this.
their own way.
Yeah.
What do you then do with those feelings? You just let them go?
Yeah, listen to me. I had to learn to choose myself because there are people in moments that if you keep trying to drag them up to higher altitudes where they can't breathe, they will die. Some people have only been equipped in their life with their life lessons of what they've learned to go to a certain level. That's it. And I have been guilty so many times of trying to pull some. You can do it. Come on up. And it's usually the very people that you invest the most in, that you try and help the most, will be the same ones who turn around and try to destroy you because they feel like the jealousy or you went to a place way further than they ever thought you should go. So what I've learned in this is I have gotten to a place in my life at 54 years old where I look at people and go, okay, tell me who you are, and I'm going to believe you. Show me. I'm going to believe you. I'm not going to argue with you. I can't pull you up here if you don't know how to handle this altitude. So stay where you are. You're not a bad person. You're not wrong, but you don't know how to live up here. You don't know how to live at this level. So God bless you. Stay there, and I'll do what I can for you on that level. But don't try to come up here and kill me because you are not able to handle this.
Their own way.
Yeah.
What do you then do with those feelings? You just let them go?
Yeah, listen to me. I had to learn to choose myself because there are people in moments that if you keep trying to drag them up to higher altitudes where they can't breathe, they will die. Some people have only been equipped in their life with their life lessons of what they learned to go to a certain level. That's it. And I have been guilty so many times of trying to pull some. You can do it. Come on up. And it's usually the very people that you invest the most in, that you try and help the most, will be the same ones who turn around and try to destroy you because they feel like the jealousy.
Yes, Rhonda, did you hear?
Yes,
All right.
yes, yes.
We're talking about, and you got this. You got this. Go ahead and let me hear your thoughts. Welcome those on YouTube. Rebecca Rossi, my only niece in America. We have an early guest. He will be coming. Rhonda has to be someplace else, so I'm going to be using her first. Go ahead, Rhonda.
Okay, thank you, Ambassador Donna, for inviting me to your platform.
You're welcome.
Thank you to the Pollyanna community for having me here. And I hope what I have to say will bring some kind of light to shine some light to what Ambassador Donna topic is tonight. So I'm gonna go in a route of I'm gonna read this scripture first. It's Ecclesiastes 4, 9 through 10. And it says, two are better than one, because they have good reward in their labor. For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow. But woe be to him that is alone when he falleth, for he have not another to help him up. what that is saying, we always need somebody. Everybody needs somebody. None of us are meant to be on this journey by ourselves, whether it be our spouse, our family member, a good friend, even a caregiver. God has placed people in our lives to help us to see better. His goodness, His love. When we reject help and influence of others, life take a significant burden and hardship on us. Why am I saying this? I'll let you guys know how I came in contact with Auntie Donna, Ambassador Donna. We were at the dentist office, and this beautiful lady came in. I was sitting in the dentist wife and myself are very good friends for years. So I was sitting in her office, and Ambassador Donna came, and we were talking, and he said, "Oh, she do charity, very low key." And when she told me how long she'd been doing it, and I said, "No one recognized you. You've been doing this for 28 years, and no one recognized you." I said, "No, give me your number." And she gave me her number, and I make a few calls. Talk about her. She gave me some information about some things that she was doing, and I had her nominated for the United States Volunteer Presidential Award. Right?
Correct. Correct. Correct.
Okay.
I didn't know you
But
were gonna out me like this. But yes.
and this has been only 2 years,
I know. Yeah. Go
and
ahead.
it seems like I've known her for a long time.
Yes.
Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because she didn't know me, I didn't know her, but I see the potential in her. She tell me what she was doing for 28 years. She's been doing this, and no one recognized the great job that she's doing for the community. And I also have an organization, but my organization is in its infancy. But I'm an action person. I do not say much. Some people say I talk too much, but I think I do more action than talking. So she told me about her organization I have her, and since that day, she never left my side. I never stopped thinking of her because I see how passionate she is about what she is doing. So whenever I make a step forward, I will pull her along with me. If someone call me, I have X, Y, and Z. I call her, do you need X, Y, and Z? She will say yes, and she'll come,
True.
right? So, but not everyone is like Auntie Dana. The reason why we pull you along the journey with us is because we see some kind of potential. Because not everybody you could drag along with you, and not everybody you could pull along with you. But in that process, you're pulling them and they're pulling you down, right? Because I call that dimming my lights.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
And in this season, I refuse for anyone to dim my light
Come on now.
because there is a lot of work. If you guys walk around your own neighborhood, you would see that there's a lot of work needs to be done, right? But like the clip says, you know, not everybody could tolerate the altitude that you're going. Because if they're not ready for it, it would suffocate them and they would die. But you don't want to die with those people because there is a brighter light
Yes.
because you have Christ within you.
Come on.
Going back to Ecclesiastes 4, 9 and 10. Right? 2 are better than 1.
Yes.
If one fall, you have someone else to pick you up. You cannot go on the journey by yourself. Right? It is very important for partnership, companionship. This gives us a benefit of working together with people, right?
Without
With
jealousy and competition.
right, there shouldn't be any jealousy,
Right.
right? Because we're passionate about what we do, and we
Mhm.
have to have compassion, and compassion is without bias, right? If you have compassion, you don't look at race, you don't look at sex, you don't look at economic their economic status.
Mhm.
We just go and do. I could give an example because we were on that journey to South Africa. We
Yes.
went there for the period poverty last October, and the school that we went to, the children, it looks like they didn't need anything. The hotel that we stayed in, these were working people, right? The school that we went to, they don't need anything because these are rich people children. But the hotel that we were staying in, that's where the need was for the staff in the hotel. Could you believe that?
My God. That was amazing.
So when we're doing these work and we're taking people on our journey, right? We don't look at those things because we have to have compassion on them.
That is so true, Rhonda. That is so true. And in the clip that we listened to, it was as well that sometimes people are not bad people and they would want to be on the journey with you. But when they realize that the higher you go, when the higher you're taking them, they cannot go on that level with you, and they're suffocating. And the worst thing you want a person to do is to suffocate, right?
Yeah.
We don't want people to die. You know. Good night, Natalie Jackson. Welcome. So we don't want people to die on when we are going up, or when you are going up. We take care of people, but you understand. But the problem I believe that most of us face is that once person realize they cannot get to your level, then as opposed to gracefully bowing out, they find ways to create situation for you. So you now look bad because they cannot continue on the climb.
Right. What we're doing, the mission that we're doing is not everybody, it's not for everyone.
So true.
Folks would come in and they would come in with this burst of energy. Oh, I always wanted to do this and I didn't know how to do it. Thank you for joining. Have me in your team. I'm gonna do X, and they lay out. These are volunteers, and
Mhm.
they lay out everything that they would do. So I trust you because you told me this is what you're gonna do. I did not ask you, right? You told me this. I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z. Now Like I said, I'm about action. Show me. Yes, they would start. And when I see they start now, once you take off, I'm gonna pull you. I'm gonna pull you everywhere I go. You go. You have to see how the people in the community they behave. Some would accept you, some would reject you, but you still gotta keep going because all the burden is on the CEO head. The volunteers don't take on any of the problem. All the problem come to us. If you speak to uh, 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 one of the member in the community in a wrong way, you I'll get a call, right? Not because they're homeless or in disadvantaged situation, you could treat them anyway, right?
Mm-hmm. That is true. That is so true.
So therefore, the people that you choose to be on your team, you have to vet them.
I tell
But
you,
sometimes they do not show you who they are the first time. So
sometimes
you have to have the spirit of discernment all the time.
all the time.
Because if you don't, then your whole organization will collapse.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because some people come with good intentions, some people come with bad intentions. So you have to discern who's who. It's like the wheat and the tare, they both look alike.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to use your own judgment and discernment to know the difference
Mm-hmm. Wow. So true. So
and separate them. And to be honest with you, Auntie Donna and the Pollyanna community, sometimes we need those people. Sometimes we need those people because we
absolutely.
can't have one group of people. Some people, some of the people have to be there to keep us going, keep us alert, keep us moving, keep us thinking.
Challenge us to change, to constantly do things differently. Because if we cannot do the same, we have to change at every the full thought. We have to change.
Yes, because we can't keep doing the same thing over and over. It's gonna be boring. So we need those. Believe it or not, we need some of those people
I agree with you
to
totally.
bring change. You know,
Indeed.
so
I
it's
know,
like
I know you have to go. We got 4 minutes to go. So what I'm gonna do is ask you to this feedback is still there, but I'm gonna just quickly ask you to tell people about your mission and what you guys do.
okay. Let me just say it. There was a saying we used to say it, that it's easier for two people who help each other to solve problem than it is for one person to solve problem alone.
So
And
true.
we need to work together to figure this out. We need to work together to
Hmm.
figure this out because one person, you can't do it by yourself, or I cannot do it by myself. We
That's
need, and that's why I'm in partnership with your organization and many others, right? Because we can't do it by
by
ourselves,
no.
right? Now, I'll tell you about Caribbean Girls Mission of Hope. We are a nonprofit organization. We came into existence in the middle of the pandemic in May of 2020 when the Holy Spirit said to me, feed my sheep. We started off feeding 25 people, and now we all over the world in places like South Africa, Guyana, Trinidad, Tobago, Dominican Republic. Haiti, Honduras, Jamaica, and here in the United States,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
We partner. Our mission is to help the underserved in society who feel hopeless by providing food, clothing, education material, and counseling services alongside our strategic partner. So what we do, we go to all these countries that I've listed. We done the period poverty. We help in education is our biggest what's the word?
Platform.
Priority.
Mm-hmm. Priority. Mhm.
That's our number one priority because if you do not have a proper education, you can't go and solve the world problem.
Mhm.
So that's our number one priority. So we go around all those countries, every country that we go to, we make sure that we are planting libraries, providing school supplies for the schools in that district that reach out to us because our education is our number one priority for the young people as well as the old folks and counseling too because a lot of people are going through a lot of hardship.
So true.
So we're here to counsel them to bring them back to their fullest potential and whichever other way we can, because when you go for one thing and then someone else would sit you down and tell you their problem and that becomes another mission. So you will start off with one mission and then you go there and then something else change. We take care, sorry, Dominican Republic, we take care of the unwed mothers and the babies, provide pampers, formula, baby clothes, and everything the baby and the mother needs,
Mm-hmm.
and send them off to go to learn a trade. Like we have them making soaps in the DR and packaging it and selling it, to the community. So that's putting money in their pocket as well as helping their children. So
Thank you.
I don't have.
Great work. Great work. So I just thank you, Rhonda, for popping in. I know you had a meeting today, and so I'm gonna let you go. I think Rosie is about to come on. So thank you for sharing
Right.
your organization and what we do. Of course, Italian project always.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right. God bless.
And
Thank you.
let me just say this
Yes.
again. We need
Each other.
everybody need somebody. And if someone is if someone see a potential in you and trying to bring you up to the level that they think that you need to be on, just carry on because remember in Philip
Philippians 4.
that's
Philippians
it. I can do all things
through Christ.
through Christ who
That's
gives me strength. You're not doing it, God is pointing. Sometimes you pray for God to open doors for you. God opened the door for you and you're not walking through it. Right? So if you have somebody there supporting you, please let them be. And just leave the rest to God.
Amen. And that's
Sometimes you have to jump
yes.
and the parachute would open
Believe in faith.
by faith.
My God. Thank you very much. Sister. Continue to pray for us as we do the same for you.
Okay, so thank you again, Auntie Donna, and thank you, Pollyanna. community for listening. Hope I was a blessing to you.
Amen. Amen. Thank you. God bless you.
Okay.
Thank you. Wow. Lord of mercy. Let me know, guys, if you're still hearing the feedback because sometimes um, if you're hearing, I think Rosie is here now. So let me get when Rosie turned her camera on. I'm not hearing the feedback. I think that feedback was coming off of Rhonda's phone. How is it now, Natalie? I see Denise McCartan. Cousin Denise is over here. Please share the broadcast tonight. And Rosie's here, so I'm not gonna waste any time. I just get her in. Rosie, what's up? So what? You don't know say if you turn on your mic.
My dear, I tell you, I must sincerely apologize to all the fans. Pleasant afternoon, pleasant morning, pleasant night, whatever it is, what time it is in the neck of the woods. I tell you, when you're busy, I tell you, sometimes we must be very careful what we name ourselves
I know.
because I'm really busy like a bee.
Uh, Any honey happening? Any honey happening?
Yes, honey is happening. I went to do an exam today and I was successful. So honey is happening,
Congratulations.
my girl.
Congratulations.
Yes,
God bless you. Oh, I'm happy for you, my sister. Continue to do.
yes, yes. So I'm sorry to be late, but I'm here. It's better to be late than never.
And I want to tell you,
Welcome, welcome.
I want to tell you, you see, the God that we serve, the God that we serve orchestrate everything, right?
Yes, yes,
When I was having the discussion, Rhonda was supposed to come 9 o'clock.
yes.
I am like, Rosie and I will start the show, and then Rhonda will come on after.
Mm-hmm.
When you said you're going to be late, I'm like, okay, if that's what it is, me going to ride by myself until whoever show up. Then Rhonda
Yes.
called and said, I will have to come at 8. And I'm like, Papa, God,
Look at God.
look, God, close that door for me, guys. Look at God, and I say this is who God is in our life. He sets
Yes,
up. So you're not late, and thank you for
right on time.
right on time. Oh my goodness. Natalie Me Young. So let's be honest. Facebook blocked my Facebook lives. Yeah, so I can't post any live on Facebook for about 30 days, I hear.
Oh,
Oh. Oh.
my Lord. But we have persons still listening in on another platform.
Absolutely. And we are on the website, and people visit the website as well. And we have them on YouTube as well. And
Yeah.
so we are not going to, we can't complain. We just ride with it. We just ride with it.
Yes, yes, indeed.
Amen. So what we're going to be talking about today, Rosie, I did play it. So,
The one that we spoke about.
yes.
Yeah, I mean, we can, but listen, that topic is a never ending saga. If you don't experience it now, you're going to experience it sometime to come, or you may have already experienced it.
That's true.
So it's a never ending topic. And so each time, by popular demand, these topics come up and you pass over these videos on social media, you can't help but be reminded to be very, very, very
Careful.
careful. And you can't be too careful either. You can't be too careful. You understand? And that's just the truth. Because sometimes when people come in as being genuine and these people betray you, these people hurt you, you have to say, but I thought I had it locked. And it happened to you before, but you still don't learn.
That happened to you. Let's give stories. I want us to do the stories, and the movie The Help. I don't know if you have ever watched it. You know that movie The Help, right? That
No, I haven't seen it.
that hold on. Okay. That was interesting. Yes. So that movie, The help where, it was a group of helpers, and they would go into the white people neighborhood to clean and take care of their children. And this one household, um, the the wife was just so horrible. She fired the helper, and the helper was a great pie maker. So the helper pooped into the pie and take it to her, and she ate the pie.
Ooh.
And she, when she was firing her, like kicking her out of the house, the help says, eat my sh, slash that.
Mhm.
And she said, what are you talking about? And then that's when the helper said, you are eating it right now.
Oh my goodness.
So what happened is, this helper now write a book. So she go out and they wrote a book. All of the helper wrote the book, but nobody, when the book was, everybody was reading it. Nobody know who it is unless you know your situation in the book. So no name was mentioned, but I tell you, it was one great book. So we're not going to mention any name, but if we can share stories. And I want to invite people to call in tonight at our call-in number at 718-569-6622. Oh, that black movie. Somebody say, oh, yes, that black movie, The Help. It's a great movie. Rosie, if you have never watched it, look for it and watch it.
I think I will.
It was a great movie. Very, very great movie. So,
Mhm.
so it's just that we won't call no names, but we can share stories. So you have any story you want to share on the
Well,
topic?
my stories are many. My stories are many, but if truth be told, when it comes on to the whole aspect of betrayal and deception and helping ungrateful people, etc., I can attest to that, you know. And it's like it happens so frequently, and it caused me sometimes to maybe forget even the very stories until something comes up and it triggers the memory,
Yeah.
right?
Hmm.
So what I do now is is keep my circle small. You understand what I'm saying? And even when you keep your circle small, Auntie Donna,
Hmm.
there might be a Judas in the camp. Sad to say, there may be a Judas in the camp. That person who you think that have your back
Come on now.
may not be the person that really has your back.
The one that's actually stabbing you in your back.
Exactly. So you can't even be too careful. And you always hear me say it, Auntie Donna, there are persons who will tell you, yeah, man, go to school, man. Go for this, man. Go get your broadcast up, man. Go do your Facebook Live, man, and other stuff. And these are the same persons, when they see you elevating past them, they become jealous. They become very envious and bitter. And it is just a sad affair because this is the same person who has been encouraging you to do this. But maybe you exceed their expectation. And so they're upset about it. How many times persons, even on this broadcast, you're at your workplace and they encourage you, yeah, man, go to the promotional exam, apply for this, apply for that. But when you get the promotion over there, all hell break loose. All hell break loose. And this is the kind of thing we're going to talk about tonight.
Mhm.
You know, I have been betrayed. I have been deceived, even recently.
Oh, Jesus. I tell you.
But I just let sleeping dogs lie, because sometimes what the enemy meant for bad
Come on.
turned out for your good. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. Amen.
Amen. Amen. I tell you, guys, you can call in. I see Jeanette Benjamin. Jeanette is never over here on a Thursday night. She never comment. Jeanette is my Monday to Wednesday commenter. And she said, yes, Auntie Donna, pleasant good night. I was trying to stay quiet, but Auntie, I had to comment here.
Oh
Positive
my God.
pull me out from hiding. And she's going to be talking tonight, because truth be told, is all of us have experienced betrayal, disloyalty, and all of that, in basically sometimes in our everyday life, right?
Yeah,
It's nothing new, but we're not going to stop talking about it.
it cannot be stopped
We
talking
can
about. We can't stop.
going because you know what, not talking about it is worse than talking about it. Whether you want to believe it or not talking about when somebody betray you, when prove that they are not loyal to you, and when somebody choose others over you, and when somebody choose that they don't really care for you as much as you think, you know,
Yes, yes.
I will go back now to the scripture that you use. What the enemy meant for harm, God will turn it for good. So that we want to talk about tonight, Jeanette. That is exactly what we want to talk about.
Yes, yes, yes. Some people, you know, do some things. And I think we had this discussion on another show, on another broadcast earlier
Sure.
this year. And we talk about that some people, they don't necessarily want what you have, you know. They don't necessarily want your position, but
Mm-hmm.
they just don't want you to get it. They
That
don't want you to have it.
it to be you.
Yes, once it is you, it's a problem.
And they'll try their very best to take it from you. And then they will try to say, oh, see, I'm doing better at it than you. When in fact, they're failing miserably. And
Yes. It is just a sad place to be for any individual. And let me tell you something. When people talk about church hurt, yes, it hurt. Um, Family, especially when your family, your sister, you know, even spouse hurt because you're thinking that you are in your safe space with this person.
uh-huh.
And when that person betrays you, when that person deceives you, how many times? I won't talk my personal story tonight.
You better have to talk it, but you
But
don't
listen,
use the help. That's
I was, yes, let me use the ones that I am privy to. I went to this assignment with this pastor man. And the lady who called the police at the time, stop the laughing already.
wait. Let me read this for her because you see, we hear people might think we're not helping people, but this is what Jeanette said. No, sir, auntie, me respect. I am here every Thursday night, but I stay quiet most time and just listen. Most of the Thursday topic is too close to home. Most of our Thursday topic is too close to home. And so that's why she said she stay quiet. But
Yeah,
this doesn't happen. We're talking about topics that every one of us experience. Go
yeah,
ahead. Go ahead. Ruby Boy
right.
in the house. Share for me,
Yes.
Ruby.
So the lady who called the police, supposed to be a church sister of the pastor and his wife.
Mhm.
Now, the pastor took it upon himself. I don't know if the wife was included in the decision making, but they took it upon themselves and invited this church sister in their home, not knowing that this church sister is involved with the pastor. No, the wife took it to heart and took the iron bird. For those who don't know what Jamaican call, what we call iron bird, took the plane and she flew away overseas. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the same pastor man who is along with this church sister after the wife left, giving her bun, OC cheating, with another woman. So she called the police and asking me now, me Rosie, to talk to the man. So I said to her, but you never know that what goes around comes around. So when she heard me ask that question, she kind of break up like she said, what she just said? Because she wasn't expecting that kind of response.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm looking at the whole deception as it relates to the poor wife. She couldn't take it. The woman booked a flight and left everything, left house, husband, our furniture, everything, and gone.
Mm-hmm.
So why you feel like when you do people dirty, it has a way of coming back around. It's called karma. We call it karma.
It sure does.
You understand? And people have to understand when you're digging a hole, dig two. Because, as I said, for some people, it is very deliberate in what they do. They want to destroy you. But
Yes.
some just don't want you to achieve and just don't want you to have what you have. And so they will do just about anything to
My
destroy.
my God. Me not understand still, Rosie. Some things I don't understand. Like why would you want to go out of your way and destroy somebody? Or, why would you go and plan to really and truly uproot somebody? What kind of evil could be in a person that they have to do something like that? I can't relate. And if any one of you listening can put some sort of sense to it. Me want to know for myself. I'm asking for Auntie Donna. May I ask somebody call me? Rebecca, if you're out there and you want to call me. Because I don't understand. You know, when you started out by saying on these spaces where persons would say, yeah, man, turn on your camera and go do it. And I
Mhm.
remember when I first started. I remember when I first started, and I'm telling you, I remember the person said to me, um, they had a broadcast. And the first time Natalie was on it, and I think my first broadcast I must have had over back then, which is 2018, I must have had over almost 1,000 person on my broadcast. Back then, when if you're doing a live and you the first live that you're doing and you have over 1,000 people on it and them sit down there watch you, that means that you're going with yourself. And
Yeah,
the person call and say, "Me never know the person." I'm not gonna say for male and female because yeah,
yeah.
me come over Facebook and me see you. And me can't believe I so much people. You just come on and look how long me there. I me not even have 100 person. I'm come and see over 600-700 person on it. And them sit down there watch you for all of this time. And the naive person in a me thought that was a compliment.
You're
Not,
naive, but for real.
no, 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 no. Me I tell you the truth. Me still at work on it. No, I'm still working on it. Natalie was there for the first time, So she said it was popping, my first. And the person said, me can't believe, and me, I think no, that it was a good thing that you're in the space, I'm in the space, and we can work together in the space and do your thing, me do my thing. I did not know that that person would be the worst thorn to this day in my flesh.
Oh my goodness.
To this day, that person gone around and that person, male or female, such person, I usually say such person,
Such man, such woman, such
such
person. Mhm.
person has gone and I we can talk here, so right? Because it's the help. So you will not know the person who I'm talking about, if it's a male or a female. And such person has gone to such length to try to turn persons away from my broadcast, from the people that comes on my broadcast, from going back to telling people come on my broadcast, telling people don't watch the broadcast. To this day, Rosie,
Mhm.
because as I said, I tell Natalie's on all of my broadcasts, and I've said that, you know, I'm not even gonna mention some of the things. You know, this must be the first time I'm even mentioning it because I can't understand what could be in you. What
And
kind
did you say,
of quality?
this person encouraged you?
Of course,
I just want to verify.
the person was before came live. The person was raving, raving about me. Yeah, the person was raving. And then I decided to do a Facebook Live. I think I started out doing YouTube first, and then I decided to do a Facebook Live. And let me tell you something. To this day, this person cannot get over themselves because, I'm going to tell you that I go and I check and I look on the numbers because I'm a numbers girl. I'm gonna look at numbers because your number tell you if you are doing good or if persons are drawn to you. Oh, listen, if you're doing a live and if you're doing a live for X amount of years and your number still there are certain things, you're gonna have to up your something. You're gonna have to change your thing if you want persons to find you. You have to find content that persons will find you and person will be sit and be intrigued and want to watch you. You understand? And because I'm so versatile, Rosie, you don't know the thing set. Me can have person come on but anyone else for my broadcast and them sit on there and watch. You understand? So yes, but I still can't understand it. We still can't understand it.
Yeah, you have to understand these things, and that's why I said what I said earlier. You have those persons who will encourage you to do this or do that, but the moment you're both on the same level, everything is good.
Or if you
But
pass them, or if you surpass them, the jealousy.
yeah, that's where I'm going. Once you're on the same level or beneath them,
Yeah.
you're good. But the moment you try to you elevate above them,
We're getting a call.
yes.
We're getting a call. Good afternoon and welcome her.
Good afternoon, my nice, decent radio family, my two cute aunties.
Good
Listen to that
afternoon.
one here.
Yes, good
My
afternoon.
name is the Karen. I'm a catch the code. Remember, listen. Woman no like woman to woman lang bag. Nah. So show you think you're not a friend. There is some thing about end her from you. No basic, no the again. That's what them when we were young. And even when the young when I grow up, some basic still have you up to your neck, and you don't want them to drown you. If you swallow them, say, are you them and swallow, but you have to come out of them belly.
I forgot give them wash out.
Don't give them the wash out. No, make them picture out themselves.
My God. No, so
Can you
what
go
you're
over them
saying is
skin
no
to
best in
yourself?
there again. Everybody's
No best
competing
thing
against
there
each
again.
other.
Me just is a pot of rice and peas me upon the fire. I'm going to take care of some stove.
God bless you, darling.
Yes, me and
Thank you
there. Yes,
very
me
much.
like to do.
Keep it locked. We can always count on Rebecca, always count on Rebecca. Go ahead, Rosie. What?
Yes, indeed. So, one of the words you mentioned about bestie,
Yes.
that's me. This is me now, I place people in their respective category. Auntie Donna. Yeah. As I said, my circle is small,
Mhm.
but I place people in their respective category. There are things that I may say to you, Auntie Donna, that I will not say to Susie
Yes.
or say to Natalie.
Like
You
what?
understand me? Because you have to know the type of persons. And guess what? Every best friend of a best friend, and it might not be you.
Ouch.
Let that marinate. We can be very good friends, and I consider you my best friend, but you don't consider me your best friend.
Victim to that. Yes, yes, yes.
You understand me? So sometimes you have to be very careful what you say to people. How many times have you heard of stories where a female, for example, tells another female about her spouse and whatever the good of things, and that time the female hides your husband,
True.
No, I'm just speaking reality because I've seen it.
Sometimes I'm laughing, me mean I'm laughing, but that's true.
Yeah, and even encourage you to leave him. That time, they are like snake on the grass, wanting your husband.
I there was a time, and let me read. I'm gonna share a story as well, because all of our stories intertwined, and as I said, it's a help, but we have to talk our truth, because that's how our audience know us, and me no mind talk my story. Violet, welcome. Violet subs to the woods out of Florida. Denise McCarthy, good afternoon. And Jeanette said, the spirit of jealousy and deception. These are social spaces and any medium where money is involved and persons are involved. Self always create competitive. Yeah, that part. And that's why I would never come out here and ask my audience for money. I would never tell them, say, I need money for this. I don't do that. Nobody can call my name in a them context there. So, but you see, those persons who depend on their audience for money, they're gonna jealous you. They're gonna see people on your broadcast, and since you're not asking for the money, they're gonna wanna ask for the money. Violet says, "Oh my God, talk truth. Why them steal like that? Them wicked so." you know we got to read it. Oh, she should do it. Yes. Go ahead, Rosie.
Yeah, but it's true, and a lot of times we are afraid to touch on topics of this nature. But if truth be told, some of us have experienced it. Let me share one that I remember vividly, and I'm gonna use an analogy. Fantasia, the singer Fantasia, she has her background vocalist. And I remember one time she came to Jamaica at New Kingston there at the park. And that part, like when Kirk Franklin come out and give each of his background vocals a line to sing or a verse to sing. Every single one of Fantasia's background vocalists, they can sing, right? I don't know if any of them jealous of Fantasia, but you have to know your players. You are a background vocalist. You understand? And you're employed to do a particular job. So, as a lead singer, I had a background vocalist as well who think that, oh, Rosie getting too many shows, Rosie this, Rosie that. And so everything that I do, the individual mimics. And I'm like, I've been watching, I've been observing carefully, but I said, I don't want to say anything because maybe it's me alone see that. But I saw it until I kind of shunned her because I saw what she was actually doing. So I wrote Same Spiritual Warfare, Christian Police. And by time I wrote and did the song, my producer said to me at the time, I'm going to do a graphics video. Now, this person in particular, she did a song about 2 years before. I have recorded before, but I wasn't so keen on recording and selling and being out there like that. I know I sing with my choir, I sing with groups, I sing at concerts, etc. But in terms of recording, I wasn't up in it like that. Remember, I said the person wrote a song 2 years before, prior to, whenever it even make much sense. You see, as soon as I put out Warfare, the individual put up a video with her spinning in the middle. I don't know how she doing dizzy in the photo. You understand what I'm saying? So I said, all right. When I started sending out, I remember a bishop called me because he knows her. And he said, what is happening? And I said, what you mean? Him said, I saw this individual send me one link 3 times. So because I'm sending out on persons maybe liking the song and talking about it, or choir members talking about the song, she starts sending out till she don't even realize that she send one person 2, 3 times, multiple times. You understand? So I said, all right, let me just watch and see. So when I had my story, I wrote on my Facebook page because the individual was on my page. My story coming soon. You see, by the time I write it today, tomorrow she said, run, for example, run to you coming tomorrow. So the choir members picked up on it and started to Lee, you're not seeing what is happening. I said, I see it. I then shun that individual because these people are dangerous. I don't care who want to know that somebody is an enemy and friend that person. I am not, me, Rosie, not going to friend you. I'm sorry. Not knowing that you are an enemy, I am not going to friend you.
What about those persons who friend your enemy? Are you friends
Them
with
wicked too.
them
They
wicked,
are wicked too.
wicked too? Okay, I just wanted to ask that question.
Yes. And don't get me wrong, because if for example you and I have to call Natalie because Natalie name easy to call.
Yeah.
You and Natalie are enemies. But myself, you and Natalie were friends before. I wouldn't want to join a side to say I want to stay with you or stay with Natalie because I know both of you from the initial stage. But if I, for example, join forces with you against Natalie, may have a problem with that. May have a problem with that. You understand? Because I believe
And the
that the
person
person
gonna
is
say,
supposed to be neutral.
the person is gonna say, but I don't want to get in the middle. It's not you and the person have it. It's not me and you, and it's not me and them. It's
Yeah,
you and
but it's
the
the
person.
same position I'm saying. Um, I wouldn't want to be caught in the middle like that where I have to choose now between you and Natalie. But in some instances, depending on the situation, if your friend my enemy, I have a problem with that. Like, for example, at work. That's why I am a loner, you know. I'm a different kind of girl. At work, um, myself and some others trained together. So when we went there, we saw this other young lady. She's the one who actually showed us the rope because she has been there. So of course, automatically she know more than us in terms of the grounds and everything. So one of the girls that trained with us now, I noticed she up in the girl, up in the girl, and the girl was missing for one thing. And she girl come to me now. What happened to so and so? What happened to so? This tattletale kind of behavior. If I know that you are a tattletale, for those persons who don't know what I mean, you're a back and belly rat. That's what I'm talking about. I don't want no friend from you. Because why didn't you go to the young lady and ask her, where were you? You understand? But she's demeaning the girl behind her back. And then, when she wants something, she go and friend the person. I don't want to be no friends with you, knowing who you are. So if I know that you are a tattletale, me don't want no friend from you. I will just hold my lane, high and by, and I'm gone.
I will constantly revert to how you started, that the Lord will turn it out for your good. Because if like I was sharing a story recently with a friend, and she just started to bawl after I told her the detail of the story, which it really is a bad, you know, um experience. And
Mhm.
I remember a couple years ago, um this particular person, I was introduced to the person. I didn't know her. So I was introduced to the person, and the person wanted to come to New York. Now, at this time when the person wanted to come to New York, um, no, no, no. I know that the person got the visa and come to New York, but there wasn't any plan to come and stay with me. So when the
Mhm.
person came to New York, um, came here, I received a call, and she was like, "I'm stuck in the airport. because the man who she was supposed to come to did not show up. Said that he apparently this man tell her that he could take her, and apparently when she take her plane and come here, the man have another woman here, so she was stranded. So my thing is, what are you gonna do? So by this, she called somebody from another state, and the person, and she make arrangement for the person to. She left the particular airport and went to a borough, and she called somebody from another state to come and get her. No, me sorry for this girl. You know, this was like a couple years ago. No, I'm sorry for this girl because I'm like, this is a bad situation. Remember, I don't know the girl, but because we are like a puppy and we always have this kind-hearted thing, and I said, this is a bad situation. So while she was there, she was in New York. She was supposed to be here for like about 2 or 3 weeks, and it was the winter time.
Mhm.
So when by this when she was up there, it's time now go back home. So she said she would spend a week in New York. She wanna come to New York and do some stuff. I did not have accommodation at my house, right? And my house was full. You coming like when Jesus did go to inn and the people them say, "Yo, you're so full, no space, no there. You have to go find a manger." You know what I mean? So no, knowing who I am, me call around, and this other so-called friend of mine, she does room. She has room for rent. So I said at the time, I said, let me go pay for the room for you. Because in a my naive mind, people from Jamaica not no money. You understand? Them I come here, them have no money. So the room was
They're helping out, yeah.
so the room was $150, $70. And I tell her, I said, yo, give me the room for $150, right? Um, so me pay for the $150, and the room became for the week for her until she was going back. No, this person who rent this person the room was supposed to be my friend, right? And this person that came up is not my friend. I'm just helping out a situation, right? And just being kind. I'll give you the $150. That's all me can do right now. Rosie, after I paid for the room, apparently because she was living there with a girl, they sort of come into a bond. And this friend, no, who was supposed to be my friend, did not tell this girl that I pay for the room for her for the week. Now, this friend, who was supposed to be my friend, told this girl that the reason why I did not want her to be to come to my house and stay at my house was because I did not want her to sleep with my husband or take. You never expect that, don't it? You never expect that. No, this
Okay,
is
I'm listening.
listen no, after the fact, me a long after So this so I did not know that conversation went on. Now me know I have the two of them like me and them a good friend. The girl go back
Mhm.
her, and then she end up she want to come back here, relocate and live. You know we are help people. If we know any little loopholes, we are gonna help. So we get her a work into I got her a work into a nail shop because she could do nail. And I got her a nail, I work into a nail shop. So the girl come off of the plane and go straight into the nail shop, go to work, right? You have vet people. You have vet people. I tell you, this girl come up here. Let me tell you, there was some things that happened from Jamaica to New York or America over the maybe when them fly over the Bermuda Triangle, something happening in a people head. Because the thing that they discuss with you, and when them come here, them start do something totally different. When they say they don't know anybody, when they come here, and we're talking about ungrateful people. So she me not know nobody, and but when the girl come here, all of a sudden the girl know everybody. And I'm like, then oh, you make me get work for you, and you could have, and all of that. When she come here now, the same situation exists. So me no call a family member and said, yo, you can put her up for until she gets some place. Cause now she want to live. And of course, that girl go over there. That girl go over there and the amount of sexy shots with me. Me don't know if that family member sleep with her. Me don't know. Me can't I know my thing. A people body. Them can do whatever they want to do with it. But it's long after the fact I heard what went on. That girl and the so-called friend said what she said. Now, fast forward, some things happened in between, and recently I saw both of them together. Batty and Chambers. I mean, I say, but Papa Jesus.
Yeah. It hurts. It really, really hurts.
It was, oh no. You know, me say, but Papa Jesus. You understand? So I'm telling
Yeah.
you, the people them who you go out of your way for, somebody, it hurts. I mean, I'm past that kind of hurt. Like, I'm just sharing the story for somebody to hear and somebody to know what goes on. Why the people them start talk. My
No,
people,
that is true. Listen, some people they're hell bent on creating discord. And what I hate about it is when them see you them smiling up in your face. I can't fathom it.
and me say, then how you laugh with me and you do what you do? I don't understand. I don't understand. Rosie, me walk with me take with myself. Me come in my house and find a hole in my house and stay there. Me not gonna deal with you. Me I tell you the truth. Me not deal with you.
Right. And all right, let me we always use this term. Forgive and forget. Oh Lord, it sounds goody.
That is a lie.
Forgive and forget. Let me tell you something. I don't care about nobody else. As for me, yes, I will forgive you. But you ain't coming near to me. I'm sorry.
I want to debunk that. I'm glad you mentioned that because just like how things started out, this is not how that saying started out. That saying that you must forgive, but you should never forget. But some,
Well,
how can you forget?
you
How if
can
you forget,
forget.
you have never learned your lesson. And they want you to keep repeating the cycle over and over again by wanting you to forget. I am not forgetting. I forgive you, but I am not forgetting.
I totally agree. And let me tell you something. In the church setting,
Yeah.
this is one of the things they talk about. They forgive and forget. Oh, you forgive your brother. Yes, you forgive them.
Now
But you be a fool
they want
to
you to
know that that is a snake or a lion. And you come, squishy, cushy, cushy, like it's a cuddly kitten. No, dear.
read the comment. And what Jeanette say, Auntie, you did not have to say it. My mind thought it, but God, you're still alive and standing. My community are talking. And when Jeanette come over here and talk, I love Jeanette because Jeanette just talked to me. Jeanette said, I am no longer too on cause that you stimulate and misrepresent those who claim to know you and love you. No, no, I'm kind of afraid. I'm up on a different level, you know. What did Violet says? Me fool. Violet says, me fool would I take them into and then turn around and
Hmm?
fool me up too. Yes, a lot of us are like that because especially if with you, Rosie, you have the training. Your training give you all of the senses. Every ear and your body can pick up
Observator, yes.
the verse. You have that training. Some of us we don't have that. All on our mind, we are helping and we just want to do good and all of that. Period. Whatever is behind that subconscious thought or that subconscious behavior, we're still doing it. But as I said, people want you to forget. I can't forget. I will always remember. I will
But,
always.
but all right. What I'm saying, Auntie Donna, when people use this term, I always say it's easier said than done. You can't forget you're human.
Come on.
Once you see the person, you're going to remember.
Hmm.
I mean, not that you don't forgive them, but you're going to remember that this person is a snake.
And
And one thing I know about snake, them only shed them skin. But
thank
you're still a snake.
they're coming back, Rosie.
Still a snake.
And they're coming back.
Yeah.
Sounds like just like my Rosie B. You sound just like my daughter. Violet will say you and our daughter the same way. You know.
No, but it's true.
Mhm, mhm.
You understand me? And it is so, I don't know. I don't know. But I kind of feel a way, especially now in church. Like
Let me tell you, these are
things,
church people me I tell you about. You know.
listen, they are the ones that are quickest to tell you, forgive her, man. Yeah. I forgive her, I forgive him.
Talk about what they do. These are church people I'm telling you about who form a network to destroy
Yes.
you. To and especially Mr. God, you say you by yourself, Rosie. Let me tell you something. Me now I'm old. Me by myself totally. You understand? And as you know, I've come to recognize that it is by design, by God. God is the one that designed us to set apart and be by ourselves. Because can you imagine them set of people that did round me and know? And can you imagine me used to tell them about my business and let
Carry your house business gone to road. Listen, I tell you that thing taking people into your space, even your own kids sometime can be that enemy in your home, house enemy.
my God.
It's sad to say, but it's true.
Son, Jesus, may pray against it with my son. But what I know is that people will use your kids to become your enemy because your kid now become weak and fall into that trap, into that trance, because people does that without your child knowing, especially if you did not tell your children about some of the hurt and betrayal that you were experiencing.
Yeah.
And so your child now start look upon you in the same eyes that these people are looking at you and said you are the enemy because your children did not get it from you. And we allow people to get to our children before us. And that's why, like recently, I had to talk to one of give my son some the talk, and tell him. And my son was like, "Mommy, I didn't know." And I said, "No, you know. Move on. On a big man now. Me couldn't tell on this one time. On a young man, on a 19, I go on 20. I'm gonna tell on everything about everyone. And everything
Yeah.
they do, I'm gonna tell you guys now. You understand? So nobody
Yeah.
think they're gonna have a chance to get to my boys before me because I was shielding them. No, it's not gonna happen anymore.
But that is bad. But you know, one of the most dangerous one when your spouse is your enemy
Ah, Jesus.
or your competitor.
No, that dangerous. Me not know about that.
Listen,
Talk about it.
listen. I experienced it, so I know.
Go ahead, baby.
My ex-husband was my competitor.
Wow.
He was my enemy. Yep.
My God.
If Auntie Donna, I'm on a Samsung right now talking to you. And if I buy this phone and it say I have a 22 because I need to upgrade now. Oh Lord
Second
Jesus.
Rosie. Please, everybody go ahead and like up the live. Like up the live and the broadcast.
Yeah,
Share
I don't know
something.
I know other person's experience, but I'm telling about personal
Go
experience.
ahead, baby. Go ahead.
I have a Galaxy 22 now, right? And if I come home with this phone,
Good afternoon and welcome.
Good
Hello.
afternoon, Aunty Donna and Sister Rosie B.
I hope you
How
talk
are you?
about
afternoon.
tonight,
Calling the rest of your family this afternoon and Sister Rosie B.
Good.
Yes, sir.
I hope you talk about the topic tonight,
Yeah, I'm here listening to the topic. But remember, Aunty Donna and Sister Rosie B. John Judas was the closest disciple to Jesus.
True that.
And what do we do to Jesus, right?
Boy, I mean, sell him out for rice and peas.
What do we do? It's those things from the beginning.
Yes.
Yes.
So you're going to find it unto the end.
No, man, we should not be so. It happened in the beginning. It doesn't necessarily have to be so now. We should learn from it, but we're not learning from it.
It is worse.
A lot of us is not learning from it.
Mm-hmm.
That is true.
Yes. Okay, Uncle. Well, thank you very much, Uncle, for reminding us that the biblical portion of it.
Yeah, but he's absolutely right.
Thank you, Uncle. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Uncle is
He's absolutely right. This has been there from BC,
it
2000 BC.
Cain and Abel, Adam and Eve, the jealousy
Yeah,
of Cain and Abel,
yeah, the jealousy,
you
you
know.
know. But I'm saying still, when a stranger is envious of you or jealous of you, it bad enough.
Yes.
But you see, when a family member, whereas a spouse or a child or somebody close to you,
Mm-hmm.
it sends a different signal, a different
It's
energy.
differently rosy.
Listen, it hits differently. I don't know about nobody else. It hits differently, you know. And then as I was mentioning about the phone, if I have this Galaxy 22 and I come home with this phone and say, "Oh, my new phone," and he has a Galaxy 21, what he bought last week, I can assure you, he's going out of his way to purchase a Samsung Galaxy 23 Plus Edge plus tax.
Oh
No,
God.
I'm very serious. Because of the competitive mode, it is so sad. And you wonder, I think as persons in relationship, you should be building together and complementing each other and trying to make something and build an empire, not compete. How you get it, so how you want to achieve anything? And you have a lot of people
But
sitting in this kind of relationship, not
was it
me.
like this though in the beginning? Was it like this? Were there
What?
signs that this person would compete with you?
Well, maybe I would have seen it, but you're not looking at it like that. As you rightly said, you were naive and you're just thinking that, oh, the person wants a good thing. But why would you have a phone, a working phone, right? And because your spouse have a phone that is a little newer, a later model than yours,
That is petty.
your phone not giving any trouble, Remember now, it's not like your phone giving any trouble. You run to get a one that is more exorbitant and more expensive and the latest model. Why? I don't understand.
That petty. That really
It
and
is very petty.
petty. Mm-mm.
You understand me? So
Abuse.
you have people living in these kinds of situations.
Yes, that is true. Let me pull this. Go ahead, Rosie. Hey guys,
Yeah.
the telephone number is up and running at 718-569-6622. Go ahead and give us a call. We're not going to be here. We have another 20-30 minutes left before we end the broadcast. Here we come. Our caller is calling. Good afternoon and welcome.
Good afternoon again, Aunty Donna.
Yes, Uncle Trevor.
That's the reason back in those days. That's why Cain killed his brother.
Amen.
Yes, because he was jealous as his brother.
Yes.
I tell you,
Absolutely.
it is going on up until today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So true, Uncle Trevor. God bless you,
Yes,
Uncle Trevor. You have
God
anything
bless
else?
you. God bless you.
Thank you.
But I mean, as you say, as Sister Rosie B said, they call those type of person back and belly rat. Because type person like those dangerous.
Very dangerous.
Very dangerous.
Very dangerous.
In type person like that can set up your life.
And bird of a feather flock together. That's what I say. So you see,
Hmm.
the persons that want to tear you down when like me walk up in a them recently. Me go in a one place and me see the whole of them together. Me say box cover. Me say what? So much older than a one place. Me say no man. Mm-mm. So thank you very much, Uncle.
God bless you.
Wow, that is so deep. Yeah, it's the same reason why Cain killed Abel.
Yes.
And there's Lord, forgive me. So Rosie was in Jamaica. Them never expect Rosie to come to foreign.
You're like Auntie Donna.
Yeah. So when I came here, I had a sibling who was here long time. She wasn't born here, but we are same father but different mother.
Mm-hmm.
And how many times you've heard the stories about, siblings being jealous of siblings?
Mm-hmm.
No, she has a career. I had my career in Jamaica, but I came here now. And what struck me most, my sibling is gonna say something like, "I come here working more money than you." Like, really? You here? You come here with gold spoon in your mouth because I never have nobody to file for me and all of these lovely things. I have to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
But you have your job. I just come here. Yes, you might not want to do what I do to make my money. Clean money, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. But you find time to sit down, checking up my money. And not only that, call my spouse and say, "Did you know?" To show you how deliberate some people are. Did you know that she's still getting paid from her police job? So, in other words, you're trying to discredit me, thinking that I am hiding something from my spouse.
Let me
No, I take those things very, very
You
serious.
better take them serious. And if
Yes,
for those of you who are out there and you're in relationship and you're involving other persons in your relationship, you better get them out,
including family members.
including family. And I don't mess with people and them relationship, you know. I stay away because like I don't Rosie, me don't even know your business. Everybody knows that me and Uncle Cat. Me don't know your business. So I don't get myself involved in a people relationship. Whatever they do is fine. And I because I don't share mine like that, I don't want you to hold me accountable if something should go wrong. You know what I mean? And so I remember too when this girl, I want to tell you, it take us long as Christian, me tell you, we Christian people, we fool, me not telling no lie. We're real fool. It's like we find Jesus and we turn fool. Yeah, because we sort of brainwash some away. Because this forgive and forget and make it brush off, man, and make up back. But no, there are red flags in Christian relationship as well. Not talking about the intimate relationship between husbands and wife. I'm talking about relationship between church brothers and church sister.
Yep.
When I was single, this sister and I, we used to hang out because I'm single. Now I'm married. And I remember she passed a comment about because Carl is a homebody. My husband is a homebody. So once I'm married, me not to go road, me not run up and down, with you single and go places. And I remember one day we're coming from church and that girl looked for me and my husband, after me say me I go home. The girl said, "Lad, from your married, you just come here like a ton house rat. I'm the one go out. Him the something when me endure in a life, me can't train people. I can train people because I've experienced it. Church sister. And you know, thank God I had the presence of mind to not fall for that. Where me left my husband and me gone run the road with she. Because up to now I must have two failed marriage she have after my marriages. Two failed marriages. One fell down the toilet because you planned this big wedding at Jamaica and go down there and husband dump you at the altar. And then the other one never work out. So I'm saying to myself, Donna, you see why you did have to get out of these person's space because they don't have the space and the presence of mind as you. And sometimes, Rosie, gotta help us by eradicating these people out of our life, and we are running at them.
Yeah, and listen, based on what you said as well, it can be a case of jealousy as well. Because you are now gone through the gate, say you're married then and you settle down. She's not yet settled down. So the persons have to be careful who they take counsel from.
Come on.
Yeah, you have to be very careful. And that is why I mentioned even in the earlier segment that persons will say and do things because they want to destroy you indirectly,
Hmm.
but they know what they're doing. They know what they are doing.
Of course, they know what
It
they're.
is very deliberate.
Yeah, because you see, if they can rob you, and based upon my experience, because it's my experience and it's my story. I was sharing something earlier with somebody, and they were saying, "But some other y'all one go through that." I say, "Yeah, but that's my story." people don't want you to tell your story, you know? People want you to put your story under the rug. But for me and these spaces, and especially me, I got to a particular age, my mouth just get free.
No, I tell people I talk my stories.
Yeah, man.
It wasn't it last week or week before we had two ladies on this program talking about siblings, especially the one that slept with her boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
No, in this case, me, I gonna have my good boyfriend.
I'm gonna come off camera because a little bit, but keep talking. Don't say
Yes,
that. Keep talking. Yeah.
yes. Where this young lady, she was talking about her situation where her sister slept with her boyfriend. All right, that passed and gone. It happened twice. Now I moved on and I'm in my third relationship. Me going to introduce it to my boyfriend or my husband? I would be a crazy person.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You understand me? Because I must learn from my mistake. I forgive you, but I don't want you in my space because if you do it once, you do it twice. It's only God's grace why you won't do it the third time. And I'm not going to give you that chance. I'm sorry.
That is so true. Jeanette is commenting on, she said, they use your kids against you, counsel them behind your back, and think they are helping, but they are hurting you and your children. And that is so true. I recognize that because persons would want to talk to your children behind your back. You understand? And then your children just don't want to get it, like Minaga said unto mommy and but in their mind. And I believe as parents out there, if there's anything that you're going through, allow your children, especially just wait for them to be a particular age and then share it with them. Share it with them or tell them because you're protecting them. Because for me, I did not share some experiences with with some family members. And because I did not share those experiences, boy, one piece of tsunami agwan. You understand? So you got to, because if you don't share what is happening, persons will use those persons who are close to you to get to you.
Yes, yes.
Ed
We
Rosie.
have to be so careful. And, we don't want people. The reason why we talk about things of this nature, a lot of times we tend to, shy it away. And not because you're a Christian. It happens to every one of us. And if it don't happen yet, it going to happen
Gonna
at
reach.
some point. Yeah. And that is why I always have a stance that I take. I learn very easily.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not so fooled. I use my spirit of discernment as well.
Right.
I observe a lot. That's my thing. I love the power of observation. I tell people the very first day we walk through training school gate, that's what they taught you, the power of observation. So you pay attention. I watch body language, I watch eye movements, I watch everything about you. I know what you're up to.
Come
I
on.
know what you're up to.
So true.
No, it's true.
You know,
And sometimes when the Spirit of God is telling you something, do not ignore it. Most of the time, intuition, and when the Spirit of God is speaking to you, do not ignore them.
Rosie, you just stepped right on that, and I have to follow that because the obedience, when the Spirit of God is speaking to you, you must act in obedience, right? And all week, this is what we have been talking about on my shows and on the radio about being obedient because recently I was obedient over the last weekend. And I didn't have to come out of my house in a Rosie. But me and my husband, a Saturday evening, so me just go bed and put on one little bottom rider, put on my little shorts and put on my tank top. No brassiere nor nothing. Me say, all right, me I run go out on particular yard. We have reason for go to the yard, right? Let me tell you, never call the home owner and say nothing or any, we just a drive out. Like me a young girl. And Rosie, you see, when me drive out in my estate, it's a look at me, and me could have said, me glad me did bathe. Me glad me did bathe and spray up my little body wash and stuff. Because I walked into a full blown party that was being hidden from me. Oh, ow.
Okay then.
And then when you walk into the party, you realize that all of the enemies them where you think.
Wow.
I say, so me say, so no, me say, you could at least did one me know say this a one and so. And not only that, you see the persons them the day before and they didn't tell you that this big party was keeping.
Because you weren't invited.
I know I wasn't invited, but
Yeah, but it must be a reason.
the spirit of God, it was the spirit of God that said, "Come out of your yard." And
Oh my goodness, that rough.
me say one thing because I say me glad my skin did clean because me my shots me now, you know. I'm a house me, you know. Put on my shots, me flip flop and one tang tang. No brazier because me just a go run in and run out. You know, just a show my face and come out. And girl, when me look, enemy 1, 2, enemy 1, 2, 3, enemy 3, 4, 5, enemy this. Me not have no enemy, you know, but these are people who come together who I used to know or they used to know me. They used to know me. I mean, say they want to do at this particular place. What you guys are doing at this particular place? And there you go. And he says sometimes right in your house the enemy is. Right in your house.
Yep,
The
it
thing.
is so true. And we didn't touch much on the ungratefulness aspect,
Yes.
but we have to touch on it.
Go ahead.
Sometimes you give your last, go above and beyond for persons, and then persons behave as if you've never done. Maybe the one time you can't afford to do it. It's as if everything is wiped clean, the slate. You've never done anything for them before.
Or
Or them turn and cuss you.
or somebody else would have done it.
Yes, those comments. Yeah, we have to talk about it. Go ahead, Auntie D.
Me don't talk out of my story.
No, we're talking about the ungrateful aspect of things. I
No,
mean, how many times
no,
have
no. As I said before, when I walked up into that situation, I recognized everybody that I have done stuff for. I could tell you that the housing aspect, there's the one that me put up on and and then there's the one when we do the immigration for and because the person couldn't read or and me have to do immigration work for them, divorce this for them, this was you understand? So the ungratefulness because you forgot to me they do all of that for you and you forgot. And then there was the set now where I work a $9 hour job for them. And then when I finished the get the $9 hour job in a JC Penney, I would shop there for them because them did literally need a kid. You understand? And so I'm talking about a set of ungrateful people that all come together. So ungratefulness is and then they bond together now because I am the
yes,
commonality that they have together because this is what these people do. You are the only enemy, so they bond together now and they get others people involved to make look like you are the bad one.
yes, I know what that is. But the question is, I'm throwing it out there. How do you feel as an individual? You know that, as Auntie Donna mentioned, the group, because people form clique, alliance against you,
Ah,
and you alone in the wilderness,
yeah.
and you're passing, and you know that those individuals are there looking.
Mhm.
What do you think? What's going through your mind? Because you're not going to be the topic, You're now going to be the topic. What's going through your mind? What you thinking? What you think you have to pass all of those persons?
No, you know what the thing, for me, like what's going through my mind is, damn girl, they don't know you. They used to know you. I'm telling you, Rosie, there wasn't a sense of anger or a sense of resentment. Um, and I came home and I pat myself on the back, like, yeah, you kind of grow. You kind of grown because that's not the reaction. But what I recognize is that if the earth could have opened up and take everybody in at that moment, that would be their best wish. That the earth open up and take them in. Because remember, I am not supposed to know. It
Yes.
was a deliberate plan. You understand?
Wow.
But God would reveal them right there in that moment. So because I know it was God that was doing it, and I did not feel any way because I'm like, I said, then God, you have to really do this. As some say, I said, then God, you have to really make me come out of my house with this. And him just pat me and said, yo, that's why it's a next level. So I just saw the thing said.
Yes, and I think it comes with maturity as well.
Exactly.
For persons who maybe find themselves in this situation, whether at the workplace or church, because clique at church too. Clique is at church,
And it's a
and
church promise
you
here.
know, yeah. You know that once you pass, because you're maybe riding solo, you're going to become the topic.
Yes.
But for me, I've reached this stage in my life. You could talk till your teeth drop out. I care zero.
At this point, of course. Of course.
Yeah, and it comes with maturity because sometimes some of them brave enough to drop them one and two words and think that you're not knowing that is you they're talking.
What as I said, what one of them did, they wanted to run and hug in public and say, oh yes, it's okay, it's okay. I'm like, no, come hug me up. No, you're
Yeah,
not going to do that. I'm sorry. I don't know you.
yeah,
Sorry.
I know what you mean.
No, we're
I'm
not going to do that here. Let's do this in private. Let's do this in private. We're not going to do it here. You're not going to try this thing here. We're not naive them with it. You're not going to do that. But as I said, the Spirit of God should be always behave yourself and fix your face.
No, my battery was dead. I'm talking so much I didn't even realize that my battery was going.
Few minutes to go, so I'm going to turn it over to you. As Jeanette,
Yes.
drink some lemonade.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's topic is very, 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 very interesting. And we're just saying to persons, you have to be so careful. And you can't even be too careful,
And B.
but always follow your intuition. Always listen to that small, still voice because God speaks, that inner man.
Mm-hmm.
Pay attention to it.
Yeah.
I mean, help as much as you can because that's our purpose on earth to help,
Mm-hmm.
but be also mindful of certain things:
That's right.
ungratefulness, deception, um, bad mind and jealousy,
Mm-hmm.
envious people. You have to be very, very careful. Be careful who you tell and pour out to. Because I'm saying, and I will forever say, every friend have a friend. So be careful. Right, Anthony?
Say something.
Every friend
You know
has a friend.
how long this is? Oh, this is kind of long. I don't want to play anything too long. I want to play something that is pretty short. Um,
Yeah.
and most people are scared of you if you're John. Should I do that one? Or four ways to know that you're kind. No, let me play this one. Let me play a little bit of this one for
Okay.
everybody. I'll play a little bit of this for you.
To become a person of value. That's it. Repeat. If you want to be a success, do not seek success. Seek to become a person of value.
Yeah. I wanted to play back that Tyler Perry. I wanted to play it back. And I think I saw one with Oprah Winfrey that she mentioned that if you're in a friendship and you see 1 ounce of jealousy, you see 1 ounce of jealousy, get away from it. And as bad as it may sound, I think it's true. Look at the movie Selena. You ever watch Selena?
Yes.
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 And that manager,
Yes. Yes.
she was so envious of Selena.
Yeah, I got the clip you want me to play. Let me play it before we go. And then we
Yes.
can have the conversation.
Feelings, you just let them go.
Yeah, listen to me. I had to learn to choose myself because there are people in moments that if you keep trying to drag them up to higher altitudes where they can't breathe, they will die.
Yeah.
Some people have only been equipped in their life with their life lessons or what they've learned to go to a certain level. That's it. And I have been guilty so many times of trying to pull some. You can do it. Come on up. Come on up. And it's usually the very people that you invest the most in, that you try and help the most, will be the same ones who turn around and try to destroy you because they feel like the jealousy or you went to a place way further than they ever thought you should go. So what I've learned in this is I have gotten to a place in my life at 54 years old where I look at people and go, okay, tell me who you are and I'm going to believe you. Show me. I'm going to believe you. I'm not going to argue with you. I can't pull you up here if you don't know how to handle this altitude. So stay where you are. You're not a bad person.
Yeah.
You're not wrong, but you don't know how to live up here. You don't know how to live at this level. So God bless you. Stay there, and I'll do what I can for you on that level. But don't try to come up here and kill me because you are not able to handle this.
Their own way.
Yeah.
What do you then do with those feelings? You just let them go?
Yeah, listen to me. I had to learn to choose myself because there are people in moments that if you keep trying to drag them up to higher altitudes where they can't breathe, they will die.
Yeah.
Some people have only been equipped in their life with their life lessons or what they've learned to go to a certain level. That's it. And I have been guilty so many times of trying to pull some. You can do it. Come on up. Come on up. And it's usually the very people that you invest the most in, that you try and help the most, will be the same ones who turn around and try to destroy you because they feel like the jealousy or you went to a place way further than they ever thought you should go. So what I've learned in this is I have gotten to a place in my life at 54 years old where I look at people and go, okay, tell me who you are and I'm going to believe you. Show me. I'm going to believe you. I'm not going to argue with you. I can't pull you up here if you don't know how to handle this altitude. So stay where you are. You're not a bad person.
Yeah.
You're not wrong, but you don't know how to live up here. You don't know how to live at this level.
And that's it, Rosie. I don't know, Rhonda. I see that Rhonda came back. I don't know if you want to be a part of the show again. Let's see. Rhonda, did you want to be a part of the show?
No, I just came back to listen because I finished my
Feedback.
thing. I just came back to hear other
All right, so let me take
feedback.
the feedback. Yeah, Rosie. So
Yeah. And I think that is so deep. That is very deep because the truth is that, as we mentioned before, some persons will push you once you're them on the same level, everything is good. But sometimes you exceed their expectation of you. And so that's where the problem comes in. But persons have to understand that some people are for a reason and some people also are for a season. You have to know when to let go, know when to fold them, know when to run.
Sing the song. You got to know when to hold them.
Yes.
Know when
That's
to
true.
hold them.
I mean,
walk away.
because the truth is, you will have some circle of friends that if you stay there, you will become stagnant.
I don't know, man. I tell you, I'm just humbled with my life and what God has done. Because we have to, Rosie, give him all of the credit. I mean,
Definitely.
Is what it is. It's not to say that we are better off than anybody.
No, not at all. Because the truth is that there are persons who I deem maybe above me as well.
Yeah.
And I am happy for the place where they are at.
Yes.
We aspire to be there.
Yes.
You understand? As I tell people all the while, Whitney Houston is my singer. I love Whitney Houston, so guess what? I love the ballads. I love to do ballads. You will not see me, I mean, not see me. You will see me do other genres, but at the same time, I have my speciality.
Yeah.
I love a Whitney Houston. I love like a Yolanda.
Yes.
I love ballads. So everybody have their preferences, and you must know who or where you want to go.
Yes.
You understand me? Not everybody is willing to go to that level. Some people just want to stay down here, so.
Yes.
So why you going to stress out yourself or have high blood pressure trying to bring you up here?
That is true. Thank
You
you.
understand me? That's where you want to be.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Thank you. She said she enjoying the topic. Well said. So I'm just here when me and you talk, I think of that. So here when me and you sit down here and go on with our reasoning.
Yeah, but it is just a sad situation sometimes. But I am happy for the people who I emulate, the destiny helpers, etc. Because let me tell you, sometimes you have to separate yourself if you want to elevate. You
Hey.
have to separate yourself. Listen, when I was in my early teens, I was living in St. Anne, in St. Anne's Bay. And there in that little community, it's as if you reach 16 and you don't get pregnant, they say you're a mule. You understand me? So if I stayed in that environment, what you think would have happened? I would have maybe couple
You maybe have a half a side a football team.
oh my goodness, but thanks be to God.
Glory
You
be to
understand me? Because I place myself in that environment. But if I don't choose to move from among them, I'm gonna fail.
that.
Even some communities, Aunty Donna, where I come from originally in St. Anne, I tell myself I have to move. I cannot stay there. I cannot stay there because if I stay there, I'm going to be a croft. I would make nothing out of my life.
Thank God you had the presence of mind as a young
Yeah.
man. I too made that decision. And it's some persons who even are in situation. It doesn't have to be community. It could be even a church and a job. And if you recognize that you're gonna stay at the job or you're gonna stay at the church and turn croft, it's time to leave because you have a whole heap of croft in a church. You have a whole lot of croft sit down in a church. If you ask them to find a book in the Bible, them don't even know which part to find the book in the Bible because it's not being taught. And you have some of you on the job and you become a croft. You've never really gone, elevate yourself. And I'm saying this to say that it is okay to want to move. And you're in a family and the family members, you're a croft in terms of your entire family is holding you back. You must be brave enough to want to
Mhm.
and that's exactly what we're saying. Rhonda, Ambassador Rhonda, because she has never called me out of my title. And and when we say ambassador, people really and truly not understand the level of it. But I thank God. But she has never called me out of my title. And she was saying the same thing that I met Rhonda, and Rhonda have a plethora of contacts, and she pulled me up with her. When she pulled me, it was the right time I needed somebody to pull me up. As much as I've been doing what I've been doing long before her, she pulled me. I did not suffocate, and I didn't hold her back. Um, I'm making her proud because that is the thing. Sometimes you're carrying people up, and Rosie, you don't want them to die.
No.
And they, as opposed to realize, say, boy, I go kill Rosie, me I go leg off her Rosie, make Rosie go and fly. Maybe Rosie will come back for me. They would rather you die with them. They would
Yeah.
rather you
I
die.
am happy that you said that because even some leaders, they don't want to train nobody because they feel threatened that you're going to take their position. The world don't evolve around you. The world doesn't revolve around you. And what is our purpose on earth? What if you should pass tomorrow? Who you pass on your knowledge to? You must be open to taking someone with you.
Yes.
But if you don't want to come, then you stay.
Yeah.
But don't try to kill me.
Don't kill somebody. Let them go, and especially. But we have 2 minutes, Rosie. I'm gonna let you wrap it up so that we can go, because I know you're tired. I'm me tired. I want to sleep. You understand? I
Yes,
spoke
yes, yes.
for
But I must say thank you all for being here tonight. I think it was a very heartwarming topic, a very real topic, and we keep it real over here. Let's talk over Positive Radio, YouTube, and Facebook. Although Auntie Donna said they block her over there,
them.
but the
Them
truth is,
cut me off, man.
we touch on some very hard topics. Some are sensitive more than others, but we are not afraid over here to touch on it.
That's right.
So we'll catch up next week for another interesting topic. Yes. So we want you to tune in and remember to share the broadcast. It's not too late. And thank you, Auntie Donna, for having me, even with my tired self, but I'm still here.
Yeah, wow. I
I'm
see
grateful.
Evangelist, no, Minister Lashanda Whitaker just came on. She said, "Good night, Auntie Rosie and Auntie Donna. Good night, my beautiful. God bless you. God bless
Amen.
you. Thank you for coming in, guys. And what we hear is as I said before, we're not here tearing anyone down. We're sharing our stories, and others are sharing their stories. Our community listen to us because it resonates with them as well, right? And somebody said to do it again. Violet said we must do this again. You see all of them something here. Yeah. So
Popular demand.
you see, what happened is we share our stories not because we want to tear anyone down. We won't tear anyone down. We want to just let our community know that they're not alone in their story, because they too find themselves within our stories, right? And they may not have the courage to speak about it. And
Yeah.
so that is what we're doing, to speak about it and let them know that it is okay. That, as Rosie said, what the enemy meant for harm, God has turned it around for our good.
Amen.
Amen. And Lashanda said, just heard a little part. Leaders are to leave a legacy, as Paul and Timothy. May have my bride picnic come in. As Paul, yes, a legacy as Paul and Timothy. So we are called to do the same. And that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying, that when I have like persons like mission, if this young lady, if I always call her evangelist, the minister has not come out of stock yet, but she was with me from day one 6 years ago on the mix, and now she has her own show on Facebook. You know what I mean? I encouraged her, go and do your live. Come off of my wing and go and do your live. You
Don't
have
push me off. Don't bother push me off.
no. But I'm saying, what I'm saying is, and even with Psalmist, no, Psalmist was with me. You can no, you can do it. No, remember, I get tired and all in a roses. Sometimes me tired. So but as minister says, that we are supposed to leave a legacy and trained. And even though they're not on my platform, I know they have access to see. And so my behavior is what they can say. But Auntie Donna would have said that, Auntie Donna Rosie would have said that. And so we have to be mindful of those persons who are watching us as we grow. So she said that, yes, Auntie, where you been all evening? Yes, Auntie, you did. You create a platform for me, then showed me I could spread my wing. Oh God, now make me want.
Beautiful. Yes. And that's what it's supposed to be. Not being intimidated that, oh, you're going to take my space. Oh, yeah. That's crazy.
Thank you, Jesus. And with that, we're going to end the broadcast. Me aton Shibada. Me can't go. Me can't end the live. Sister Rosie, me can't end the live.
Yes.
You
Have
know,
a good night, everyone. God bless you.
going to scatter roses, Auntie, telling you while you are here. God bless you.
Wow, that's beautiful.
God, me feel
That's so beautiful.
scary. Yeah, me eye them I get watery. So God bless you. Thank you very much, Rosie.
All right. God bless you. Peace out, everyone. See you.
And that is where we're going to be ending the broadcast. As I tell people that I'm not here trying to I'm a platform, I'm a conduit for those who will come and those who wants to do these things. I have a gift, everyone. I have a gift where I can spot things in persons. And those who run with it, gravitate with it, and being obedient to it, they are soaring to great levels. When Minister Whitaker was here, she wasn't on Love 101. Now she prays on Love 101, and so much other things that is happening, great things that is happening in her life. And just to see it and know that it is happening, my heart is great. My heart is well. And that is what we should always do for others, want to see others soar. But the problem that we're having is that some of the persons who were a care up with us, them are all way back and I try kill us. And they're like, oh, I'm gonna show you something I can do better than you. No, you are different from me. So there's no better when you are different from someone. There, if Minister Whitaker is different from me, so there's no comparison. Psalmist is different from me. There is no comparison. Taj is different from me. There is no comparison. And so that is how it is. If we have that mindset where we're different, Ambassador Rhonda is different from me, so I cannot compare what I do with her. But the problem is that most persons want to compare themselves to you. I don't compare myself with anyone, period. I don't. I don't have that sort of a complexity or dysfunction where I want to compare myself. I will learn from you. I will learn from Rhonda. And as of course, I learn from Minister Whitaker. I look forward to her every Wednesday. And I look forward to her consistency and her dedication. Make even when me want to quit, they're not letting me quit. So we have to know as we grow that if we see, we all we have to do is help people, point them in the right direction. Sometimes all persons are wanting to do, but don't be ungrateful. Don't have the bad mind thing in us. Don't try to kill people character when you know you benefited, when you know for sure you benefited, you know. Lord Jesus, you see, she come on and talk to me and I can't leave, right? She says, so true, Auntie. No competition. We are all working in the kingdom to grow the kingdom and to add to the kingdom. We are many members, but one body, and each member has its important role to play. Exactly. My position is not standing behind a pulpit and preach. That is not me, and I'm not. Minister Whitaker does that. She can stand behind a pulpit and she can preach. That is what God called her to do. I am not going to come out here and do that because it's not my calling. It's not my passion. My passion is going and helping people in countries just like Mother Teresa. That is where my passion is. And I know I'm great at it. I am not good at it. I can tell you for without a shadow of a doubt, I am great at it. You understand? And so if you're great at something, you stay there. You allow God to use you there. But you can't compete because once the competition steps in, that's when the enemy comes in. That's when the enemy comes in because the enemy is seeking to destroy churches, relationship, families, co-workers, church, and the church is allowing the enemy inside there to tear it apart. And so it is important that we know our calling, know who God called us to be. And once we are functioning in that role, everything will be okay. May God continue to bless each and every one of you, and may He keep you, and may He make His face to shine upon you and give you peace. This peace, this peace, this peace, this peace, this gift of peace that He has given to us. He knew we were going to need it in times when people are ungrateful to us, in times when people look at us sideways, in times when people say we're not worthy, in times when people said, oh, you think you're more than them, you think you're more than this, you think you're more than God. Know we were going to need this peace. And so it is important that we seek after this peace, because without this peace, we will not love each other. We will not tolerate each other. We will not accept each other. So guys, This is my last broadcast for the week. I did 4 this week, you know, and God has given me the grace. Let me see what she says. That's why there are different gifts of the Spirit, and she knows it. I know where this young lady was going from God tell me years ago. I know where she was going, and she's right into it, spitting out the words of God, spitting it out just like that. And I'm so proud of you, Evangelist Minister Whitaker. I'm so proud of you. You must know that from day one, I am proud of you to now. So God bless you, everyone, as I try to get back Positive Radio up. Let me see what's playing on Positive Radio. It's the Old Testament. And if you want to listen to the Bible, go on Positive Radio, www.positive radio. The Old Testament is playing right now, the Word of God. I surround myself with the Word of God all the time. All the time. I listen to it. I go to sleep on the Word of God, and that's what's playing on www.positiveradio.com. Remember, we spell our positive Pozytyve. God bless each and every one of you as we depart from each other's space, but not from our art. God bless you,
For the
everyone.
female 10 shekels. But if he be poorer than thy estimation, then he shall present himself before the priest, and the priest shall value him. According to his ability that vowed shall the priest.
Hey, Aunty Donna, anything nice, you play it twice.
And if it be a beast, whereof men bring an offering unto the Lord, all that any man giveth of such unto the Lord shall be holy. He shall not alter it, nor change it, a good for a bad, or a bad for a good. And if he shall at all change beast for beast, then it and the exchange thereof shall be holy. And if it be any unclean beast of which they do not offer a sacrifice unto the Lord, then he shall present the beast before the priest, and the priest shall value it, whether it be good or bad, as thou valuest it. Who art the priest, so shall it be. But if he will at all redeem it, then he shall add a fifth part thereof unto thy estimation. And when a man shall sanctify his house to be holy unto the Lord, then the priest shall estimate it, whether it be good or bad. As the priest shall estimate it, so shall it stand. And if he that sanctified it will redeem his house, then he shall add the fifth part of the money of thy estimation.